Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Veda and this is The Simple Budget. Here on my channel, I show you simple but effective ways of maintaining a stress-free financial life. If you haven't already, I would love it so much if you would subscribe to my channel. And now let's get into today's video. All right, well, hello everyone. Happy day to you. I don't know what day I'm posting this, so I'm not giving you a specific day, but it's going to go up, and it's going to go up at some point in the near future, which is why I'm here doing it. Anyways, hello, hi. Today's video is going to be a bill condensing. And for those of you who are new to zero-based budgeting, the cash stuffing method, all of this in general, this is a video where we pull out money that is sitting in certain sinking funds, and we put that money in the bank and we put it in a high yield savings account. Now, I want to preface this by saying I've actually seen some content recently that is showing up in my algorithm of why cash stuffing is a bad idea. And one of the things that I saw was, there were arguments like safety is a concern because you've got all this cash in your house. But one of the concerns that I saw was that you are missing out on interest. And so I just want to sort of debunk that because, to a certain extent, I could be earning interest on the money that I'm getting ready to unstuff leading up to the unstuffing and the return to the bank. Like, full disclosure, that is 1000% true. But we have a threshold in our house of $250. And so once we reach $250, we unstuff that money, we take it to the bank, we put it in our high yield savings account, and we begin earning interest on it. And everything is in our high yield savings account, our kids' savings accounts, our Christmas money, our vacation money, our emergency fund, all of that stuff is in our high yield savings account. So we're never in a period of time where we're not earning interest in that. We're literally talking about like nickels and dimes and dollars. And don't get me wrong, we want to be earning as much interest as is humanly possible because who doesn't want that money just kind of hanging out and, being available to you if you need it? I totally understand that. But I'm a huge advocate of the cash stuffing method. And this is coming from a person who never cared about money, overspent like I was a Rockefeller, except for that I wasn't, and needed to find a way of, and this maybe you view this as stupid, but I needed to find a way of making budgeting fun and exciting for me. And cash stuffing absolutely scratches that itch. So I would say to you, obviously, like if you keep it digital or whatever, that's totally up to you. You have to find the method that works for you. But to say that you're missing out on interest by not keeping this money in your bank account at all times is sort of also silly. I would also say that for the most part, this money wouldn't be sitting in your high yield savings account anyway. Like a lot of this stuff, like toiletries and household items, medical expenses, your mortgage, your grocery money, all of that money is sitting in your checking account. At least it does for us. I don't know how other people handle it, but for us, it hangs out in our checking account and waits for us to spend it. So it's not like it's earning us interest anyway. It's just like the stuff, like what I'm about to unstuff today, that we're missing out on interest by cash stuffing it first and not just immediately sending it off to our high yield savings account. But I don't find that it's enough to deter me or to detract from the experience of cash stuffing. So that's just my 2 cents on it. And we doing the budgeting method this way has provided us with a long-term stable financial budgeting situation that we never had prior to this. So I'm just going to go ahead and call this one a win. Plus we are, like I said, once we take this $250 and we put it in the bank, we're earning good interest on it anyway. And there are people, and I know this because I get orders for them all the time, who they have a $50 threshold or a $100 threshold because they order my placeholders in those dollar amounts. So you can make the dollar amount whatever you want it to be, and it doesn't take away from the cash stuffing experience. And it doesn't negate the need, to stay on track with cash stuffing either. So anyways, I'm going to step off of my soapbox because, that's not why you're here. But I just thought I would offer that up as a counterpoint to a lot of the stuff that I've seen recently for why cash stuffing is a bad idea. As far as I'm concerned, any method that makes you stay on track and on budget is never a bad idea. Poo-pooing on something over nickels and dimes, if it is working effectively in the long term, to me is silly. So anyways, I will be done rambling, and I'm going to pop in here and unstuff from our categories that are going back to the bank. So first up is taxes, and I am unstuffing $500 from here and taking it to the bank. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, can we executive decision this? Mr. Simple's sitting across from me right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50, 70, 90. What do I have in here? Rather than me sitting here counting.
735. What do you want to do?
I kind of just want to take like 7.
All right.
We executive decision to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50, 70, 90, 6, 10, 30, 50, 70, 80, 90, 700? And I should have 35 left? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna do. I don't have a placeholder to reflect that, but that's okay. I'm just gonna put in a 500. Well, because also some of this is going to the IRS anyway, isn't it? I'm just gonna put this in here, and we'll deal
I mean,
with
I guess when you're saying some, it could be less than 100%. Yes, I suppose some.
Oh, okay.
But basically,
all of it. It's fine. So then we'll just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50, 70, 90, 6, 10, 30, 50, 70, 80, 90, 700. Yeah. And also this gives me some other denominations to play with as well. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, most of this is going to the IRS anyway, so why was I holding anything back? Buggers. Okay. So that's that one. Then I'm going to pop back to holiday, because that's where our other 2 categories are being pulled from before we start along the lines of, I always do that. Not partay, Easter, vacation. So vacation, I'm taking out $250. And actually, what do we have in our high yield now? 152.
vacation,
Yeah.
3250.
3250. So I think I have a 2,000. I do. So 3,250.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Wunderbar. So see, we really weren't missing out on, like, we already had 3,000 in there. This extra 250 isn't losing us that much more interest by sitting in here for a little while until we stuff it. You know what I mean?
No, we have 3250 in there now. You add 250, it'll be 35.
Oh. That's what I meant. How could you not read my mind?
Well, because it's not in the savings account yet, so why would you put...
Because you're unstuffing it from the envelope, so you have to indicate what has happened. So now it's 3,500?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be saying stuff like that. There we go. Boom. Wow, that's nice. All right. Last up is Christmas. And this is our first 250 for 2026. How exciting. Yay. All right. So at the end of this, I should have, it's actually 700 I unstuffed from taxes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what is that? 1,200, right? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Let's get into the bill condensing, shall we? Everyone's favorite part. Okay. We're skipping groceries because she doesn't need to be condensed because she's being spent from. Taxes, I will condense. Oh, wait, can I? 10, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Oh, I can. So this should be $20 right here. So 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And that it is. All right. here we go. We just go through and do this afterwards so that our envelopes are not chubby and taking up a bunch of space. And I say this every time, I don't even know how old these envelopes are at this point, maybe like a year or two old, and they hold a lot. So I definitely more than I advertise on my Etsy shop, like they hold many more bills than I indicate, but you know, rather safe than sorry. Medical, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 15, 16, 17. 40, 60, 81. So 117. You know what's funny? I actually have to move 16 of this over into grocery, which we'll talk about later. And I still have the amount that I can do that for. Car expenses, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, nice. All right. Oh, that's my only 5. All right, I need everyone to be cool for just like a couple more minutes. Home maintenance, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 75, 85, 95, 96, and 97. I'm trying to think too much. 20, 40, 60, 81. Let me just do that first. 20, 40, 60, 75, 85, 90. So actually this, 220, or this should be 50. 20, 30, 5, 45, 50. Yeah. We all knew I would get there in the end. It just takes me a second. And look, now I have 5s. So that's great. All right, so 150, 70, 95, 96, 97. Isn't that fun? Look how much nicer that looks. Household and toiletries I'm leaving alone. Although, hold on, let me look at toiletries. Oh, I don't need this many ones. 20, 40, 60, 75, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94. So I am gonna have to leave this 4. Oops. I'll tell you what, 5, 10. Oh, wait. No. I want this 5. Ooh, good. That's what I'll do. I'll just trade this in for a 10. There. That way it's not so ridiculous, but I have all the denominations in here. Household and toiletries get spent from an awful lot, so I don't like to deprive them of as many denominations as is possible. So that's why I did that way. Let me see, clothes. Oh, that's as condensed as it can get. Finance coach, yeah, 15, so that's fine. HOA, that's as condensed as that can get. We just paid this, so that actually makes sense. Union dues, that's as condensed as it can get. And this one was just paid in, I'm trying to remember, October, so that kind of makes sense. All right, that's still thinner than what we started with. So we got that going for us. Whoops, I just banged into you guys, sorry about that. A low priority shouldn't need too much of a condensing, but we'll check it out. Replacements was just stuffed, that's brand new. Dine out doesn't need it, I know that for sure. Haircuts, 20, 40, 60, 75, 76, and 77. I'm gonna trade this in for a 50. There we go. Wasn't really necessary, but insofar as you can control it, why not? Oh wait, there we go. Home decor is empty. Oh, dates. 20, 40, 60, 75, 85, 90. I'll keep these 2 and trade this in for a 50, 20, 35, 45, 50. Yep. All right. So 190. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. Oh my goodness. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, here, let me grab a 10. I'm like going right by a super obvious condensing. There we go. That's a little bit nicer on his part. I don't think I'm gonna have to do anything with mine. No. I'm not gonna do this for mine because I know I've spent from this recently, so I'm just gonna leave as many denominations available as possible. Pretty hair I will condense if possible, 20, 40, 50, 60. So I'll just trade this in for a 50. Okay, I don't go in till March, so this will still have some buildup in it, so we're just gonna leave it. Family fun, 20, 40, 50, 60, 75, 76, 77, 78. So 8. So 20, 30, 40, 50. There we go. All right. And that does it for low priority sinking funds. Also exciting. Yeah. All right, holiday. Whoop. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm just gonna let that fall because we don't have time for that. Gifts, I'm not condensing. One, it doesn't really need it. And two, I like to have a broad amount of denominations available for that one too, because we just give cash as birthday gifts. Partay can be condensed, 10, 25, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Ugh. So I just need a 20 for this. That's annoying. It's fine. There we go. All right, so we didn't do much to it, but it's fine. All right, Valentine's Day, I don't think is being condensed. Oh, look at that, 20, 40, 5, 50, 5. Okay, so trade this in for a 50. Ooh. That knocks my 50s out of the running. I may come back and change this depending, but we'll see. Easter, 20, 40, 65, 75. I think I would rather have the 50 in Easter than I would in Valentine's Day. Yeah. Let me just, hold on. That was silly. Don't do that. Okay. Let me grab this back out and get at least some nice 20s. So 20, 40, and 10s are usually my nicest denomination, but these are kind of wonky looking. It's fine. All right. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I would rather have the 50 in in Easter because it's going to keep building up. So 20, 40, 65, 75. So 5. So this should be 50. Yeah. I think that's a better choice. 75 in Easter. Let's see what we got going on with vacation. 20, 40, 60, 70, 85, 95, 96, 97, 98. Oh, that's brutal. All right. You know what? Okay, wait. 530. And 20. Yeah. Well, that doesn't do much to it, but we're just gonna let it be, is what it is. I'm not pulling out the 50. And you know what? This is gonna be returned to the bank at the end of January anyway, so it doesn't really matter that I have more denominations in this one because it's getting $300 a month now, so that's just going to be what it is. School things. Let's see what we can do with her. 10 or 20, 40, 60, 81, 10, 25, 26. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. That's what we'll do with that. All right. I knew eventually I'd use these 100s. All right. Oh, Halloween's probably not going to need too much. 27. Thanksgiving. 20, 40, 50, 60. That's funny. It's fine. This will also get, you know, a more reasonable buildup anyway, so I'm not worried about it. Eat dessert first. I can trade this in for a 20. There we go. Yeah, 20 buildup is not as bad as like 10s and 5s buildup, so I don't worry about that. Oh, how can I condense this one? Oh, I can, just a little bit. All right. Oh, do you know what? Our pool membership might get a decent 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. Oops. 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Still a 20. All right. So 224. And that's it for holiday sinking funds. And last up, I'm just gonna grab my business binder here. It won't need too much in the way of, why does that not want to stay? It won't need too much in the way of a condensing, but yeah, materials is as condensed as it can get. So is equipment and shipping supplies. Let me check YouTube. 65, we're just leaving her be. Canvas, okay. Trade this in for a 20. Oh, P.O. Box, 20, 40, 60, 75, 85, 86, 87, and 88. So 10, 15, 20. Oh, here, let me get rid of this 1.5. I mean, yeah, 20 from here. All right. So not too much, but you know, just a little bit, which works out really nicely. Okay. So now I'm going to just go ahead and give this cash account and make sure, I think I was supposed to have, what did I say? 1,200. Oh wait, why am I doing that? That's, no. All right, I'm gonna use my calculator because I can't be trusted to math. So we've got 300, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 93, 10. Five, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep, $1,200. So that's it. So this is going to go back to the bank today. And then what my husband and I do is transfer, like the tax money literally is just going to be used at this point to write a check to the IRS, which is totally fine. This is sort of how we map it out. Sometimes we're able to save the tax money and earn a little bit of interest on it before we have to write a check, because we have to write them one quarterly. But then the rest of the money, so the remaining $500, $700 is going to sit in our checking account until, you know, the check clears from the IRS. But then the other $500 is going to go right into our high yield savings account, and it's going to be earning us interest until these events happen. And actually, it's down the line quite a ways. So 250 from vacation and 250 from Christmas. So all of that money is just going to be sitting there and waiting until we go on vacation or until Christmas comes. So that would be, again, like, I understand the argument about earning as much interest as is humanly possible, but you're not missing out on that much if you wait to meet a threshold. It's not that big of a deal, especially because, again, like I said, your bills and expenses money, that's all hanging out in your checking account anyway. And, you know, I mean, unless you do it differently, unless you put all of your expenses on your credit card, and then you just pay your credit card at the end of every month, then all of your money is being deposited right into your high yield. And then you have to like pull it out and put it in your checking account before you actually pay off your credit card at the end of every month. Like, everybody does it differently, but this is just how we choose to do it. It's fun for us. It's fun for me, really. And again, I realize that not everybody needs the motivation of fun, but it does help to find as many little things as you can do along the way when you're new to really like budgeting and staying on track. If you can make it fun, it helps. So I would encourage you to do whatever you can do that's going to help you do this long term, because that's really the goal here. So anyways, that's going to do it from me for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, I would love it so much if you would give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. I don't know when I'm going to be back with you, because I don't know when I'm putting this video up. I just know that it's going up at some point in January. So we've got that going for us. But you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you when I see you. Okay? Bye, everyone.